What's up, everybody? Today's a good day. Stonehenge Defensive, Mission 12, Ace Combat 7. This mission is actually really cool. Ace difficulty, S rank, and all the aces in one run. So it's not too difficult. I think the most difficult part is probably getting all the aces to spawn, to be honest with you. So before we actually start here, I'm going to talk about what you need to do to get all of them to spawn. So, like I said, there's three. One will spawn, I believe it's a Typhoon or Raphael that'll spawn. No, the Typhoon for sure. Spawns, you go underneath one of the Stonehenge, one of the guns. They'll be kind of like slouched down. You gotta fly underneath one of those cannons. He'll spawn that way. Buffet or Buffet, whatever, he will spawn from shooting down all of the A10s that will spawn in the west part of this mission. And then he'll spawn in the east. So that'll be Ace 2. Ace 3, you have to prevent Stonehenge from getting damaged at all. So we're going to use the YF-23. The reason I use this is because this plane is just all around good. You've seen me use it in plenty other of my videos. It's just such a good versatile plane for both air and ground targets. These unguided bombs, if you just become accurate with them, they're so deadly and so quick. And that's kind of the premise of this mission, is you want to go through all the targets as quick as you basically can to prevent Stonehenge from getting hit by anything. But your biggest threat in this mission is going to be the bombers that come periodically. There's going to be 3 or 4 sets. I believe it's 3 sets. The second wave will actually be the fastest wave. They're in TU 120s, and they're really quick. So you just want to be opening your map, and you want to be pendant about the northern part. I'm sorry, the southern part of the map. You want to watch the bombers come in, and you might have to play the mission a couple times actually to get an idea of when the bombers are going to come in. There's just so much going on in this mission that it's just one of those that you gotta like play it over and over again to be able to plan your route that you're gonna take. I've done this mission maybe. It's not too bad. It's nothing like the Waiapolo Mountains mission. This is like less than 10 attempts for everything. It's not too difficult as long as you build your route okay. I decided to like take out all the ground targets first, because there's not much else to do. Take out the ground targets, take out some of the air targets, go immediately for the A10s in the west part of the map, and then fly under Stonehenge, kill the aces more like in the beginning half of the mission, because you're gonna have a lot of free time in the beginning half of the mission. And when you start getting to like the middle of the mission, things start to get pretty hectic. So you want to try and get those first 2 aces out of the way in the beginning. And a tip for taking care of these bombers is you want to fly in front of them and try and take them out with your guns, or you can alternate. If you want to shoot one bomber with 1 missile and like some gun rounds, and then move on to the next one and like kind of alternate through that, you can do that if you want. Or if you want to shoot the first one with 2 missiles and then shoot guns on the second bomber, whatever floats your boat. The important part is to just kind of get to the bombers as soon as they spawn. They move really fast, so you really don't have a lot of time before they drop bombs in Stonehenge. You can prevent that last ace from spawning, the SU-34 ace. So just keep looking at your map, because Lancaster is actually super slow with the announcement that the bombers are on the way. So you basically want to watch that yourself. So here I'm going for the A10s. These guys kind of appear whenever you come over here. You don't have to wait for these to spawn. So you want to kind of fly over here whenever you get whenever like the map starts to look a little bit light, like you're running out of things to do. You don't want to just fly around and do nothing. Just fly over here, take care of the A10s. If you can fly to them before they get into this cloud cover, then that'd be pretty good. If not, you can machine gun them down if you're not afraid of just flying up behind them. And then the cloud will disperse just up ahead. These clouds are literally put there just to take a little bit of your time up. Now this ace was from flying underneath one of the Stonehenge cannons, as I mentioned earlier. He'll actually fly towards the middle of Stonehenge, so you don't really need to worry about looking for him or, you know, waiting for him to spawn. He's gonna come to you as long as you're somewhere in the middle. The next ace, the A10 one, will actually try to fly away and escape the airspace. So you kind of need to go fly towards him. He does a little bit of flying towards Stonehenge, but if you don't get to him fast enough, that's him on the map right there in the west. You want to fly towards him because he'll approach Stonehenge, but he'll actually just turn around and fly away. And like when he turns around and flies away, he flies pretty freaking fast. So you want to try and get to him before he turns around. There he is. Oh, Buffle. I called him fucking Buffet earlier. Buffle. So notice how he's turning around and he's booking it. So as soon as he gets to top speed, you know, it's pretty tough to catch up with him. But he's a pretty easy target when he runs away. If you actually get close enough to him as he's approaching, he'll dogfight you. And the A10 is such a, like when he's in dogfight mode, he's super slow. It's such a hard plane to maneuver around. You have to like fly away from it and then fly back towards it. Oh my god, what a nightmare. This little AD tank pissed me the hell off, or to the SAM site, because I actually missed it right here. But the bombers were on the way, so I had no time to turn around and get that last SAM site. It was bothering the hell out of me for the rest of the mission. Oh my god. But the bombers are priority. As soon as those things spawn, you fly over there. Especially because this second wave is ridiculously fast. Like, just watch them on the map. They're already approaching. They're already like almost like a third of the way there, and I haven't even gotten to them yet. This is the most dangerous wave for sure. The next wave is slower. The propeller bombers, and these are the supersonic ones. You'll see in a second. No, it's the other way around. These are the propeller ones. And the next wave is the supersonic jets. Either way, waves 2 and 3 are lethal. Super fast. Be careful because this Mirage behind you is going to start shooting missiles. It's the escort for the bombers. It's a pretty terrible escort, but I missed him a ton. It was definitely doing it was harder doing this mission in Ace than it was Hard, for sure. Hard, I was able to get almost a 50,000 score. Here in Ace, I was able to get 40,000. I think I was lucky because I destroyed some of the extra propellers and stuff like that on the Arsenal bird on the last part of the mission. And in Hard, I didn't even have to do that. I kind of just destroyed the 2 main propellers and left the rest as is. And still got 50,000. So these planes definitely in Ace difficulty do a lot more dodging. They kind of waste your time a little bit more, especially the drones in the last part of the mission. They really waste your time. It's almost like not even worth chasing after them. The MQ-101s are ridiculously... They pull these maneuvers and dodge your missiles like it's... Oh, Lord. It was infuriating in the last part of this mission. Okay, I've got an announcement to make too. Today, August 19th, 2019, I flew my first plane in real life. Does that make me a pilot? I don't know. Not yet. Either way, I'm going to pilot school too, so I will be a pilot soon. If you don't want to count today. Flew a little Cessna 172 Skyhawk. Geez, it was fun. My flight instructor was. I had a really good flight instructor. He was really enthusiastic about flying. He liked fighter jets too. So as soon as I met him, I said, hey, you know, I want to be a fighter pilot. And he said, oh, you want to be a fighter pilot? Okay, well, we're gonna do some cool stuff out there then. And he took me out of the Cessna. And we did some super quick turns, some super quick S turns, and we did 0G. So you know, we pulled some G's. It was pretty cool. You know, it was quite an experience. He was a little less reserved because I kind of told him like, hey man, you know, you can go balls off the wall if you want. I really don't care. So he did. So it was really fun, you know, to have an experience like that, especially for the first flight. Really cool. So these bombers, these are the supersonic ones. I'm sorry, I said it was the second run. It's the third run. These motherfuckers are so fast, and you have a lot of them, a lot of escort fighters behind them. So if you want, I've done this a couple of runs. You could shoot down the first plane in line first, and then slow down and shoot down the second one, and then slow down and shoot the third one. Because you could get a couple of bombers down before you actually start getting targeted at by the escorts. Because if you go to all the way to the back of the pack and you start shooting the last bomber first, then you're just going to have missiles on you the entire time. So you're either going to deplete all your flares, or you're going to be pulling high G turns, and that's going to slow you down. And then all the bombers all the way in the front are going to be they're going to get really far ahead, and like you're just asking for the mission to fail like that. So do yourself a favor, start with like the first or the second bomber, especially if you have the chance to fight them head on. For some reason, some of the times I'm not able to get these guys head on. Mostly because they move so fast, or like wherever I'm on the map at the current time. But if you can get the first guy and the second guy with your guns and missiles, and then do a flip, get guy number 3 and then guy number 4, then you'll be golden. I used to struggle a lot with these bomber kills when I first started playing this game, but I would say mostly because I just didn't understand how the mission was structured too well. Now that I've played this mission many times, I understand like where things are going to spawn, what's going to spawn, what's more important than something else. You know, the mission is rather easy, I think. Obviously, it depends on your ability in this game. I've seen some quite ridiculous pilots in this game. There's Walrus. So that makes all 3 aces for this run, which is pretty cool. So it's 100% run, ace difficulty, S rank, all 3 aces. This is the mission with the most aces in it in the game. So you get quite a chunk of skins for this mission. At this point, you don't really have to worry about, well, the bombers are all gone, so you don't really have to worry about that. All you have left is, if you've done the same route I've done, you got the helicopters, which is called the rocket team, according to Longcaster. But what's weird is if you play on hard or normal, you get rocket trucks instead. It's so weird. Like, I was waiting for these trucks to spawn the entire freaking game. I was like, where the hell are they? And then I down all the helicopters, and they're like, rocket squad has been eliminated. I'm like, what the hell? And it didn't give me the option for the you know, sometimes when I play this mission, it gives the option where, like, okay, you can either take the rocket trucks in the north, or the planes in the south, like something like that. It gives you like an option or two, and I just wasn't able to get it on this run. I have no idea if the mission is structured differently in Ace, because I've played this, I think I've done like 3 attempts in Ace. Yeah, 3 attempts, and I haven't had that event happen. So, not too sure there. If you play it and you get invited to take part in either 2 events, then put a comment, because I'd really like to know if the missions are actually structured differently due to the difficulty. Because I just played this mission on I'm doing my machine guns only and no damage run in the same actual run too, and every time I played that mission, I got invited for the option. So not too sure. This part of the mission is super freaking stressful. So I did the restart checkpoint right there. That reloads your missiles, your bombs, your flares, everything, and it doesn't actually affect you. It's kind of like a little trick. It's commonly used in Mission 19 with the Arsenal Bird at the end of the end fight, because most people, they deplete all their flares, missiles, and everything in the first half of the mission when they're fighting all the fighters, and they have nothing left for the end of the mission. But this little trick, it doesn't, as long as you don't. Okay, let's see how I can explain this. If you restart the checkpoint as soon as you get to the next checkpoint, it's only going to cause you like a 2-second mission timer delay. If you fly into the mission like after the checkpoint, and you can, like, say I got to this point and then I reset it, then all that time is going to count against you. But nothing will count against you if you just reset it right after the checkpoint actually happens. So try it out. Helps with a lot of missions, honestly. Some off the top of my head that I can think of is Mission 3, this mission, Mission 19. Well, I think those three are the main ones. Funny enough, wow, those are all the missions with the arsenal birds. But mostly for the third mission, it has to do with the arsenal bird, but it also has to do with the first part of the mission where you're using, like, especially if you equip like long air missiles, um, and you're shooting down those what is it, freaking, I think it's MiG-21s and F-16s that you fight in that first part of the mission. And you kind of just barrage all of them with everything you got because you're trying to get the ace to spawn or whatever. And then you kind of just deplete all your ammunition for the second half of the mission, and then you can do a checkpoint restart twice in that mission, I'm pretty sure. So let's see, we're just finishing up these last drones here. These things are so ridiculous to shoot down. And this last part of the arsenal bird is just infuriating. Everything with the arsenal bird is such a headache. And I noticed this little cluster of drones that were coming out there. There's like in the center there's like six drones, something like that. I wish I had like I don't what is it, the MBRP from the Morgan. Oh my god, that would have been so satisfying to blow up that little cluster of drones. Speaking of the Morgan, that thing is excuse me, that thing's actually pretty disappointing in my opinion. I have it. I bought the season pass, and the Morgan is just, it's not a terrible plane by any means, but it's not a super plane. Like, I take all new planes that I feel like testing out on fleet destruction, and I took it out to fleet destruction, thinking that these bombs were just gonna blow everything to smithereens, and it was gonna be like a max score sort of thing. And I did worse on the mission than when I used this plane, so the freaking YF-23 might as well be a super plane. I haven't found a mission for the Morgan that's actually like been impressive, like where it's performed impressively. It's just not, I don't know, it's just normal. It's kind of fast, yeah. I think the plane's just a load of nostalgia, honestly. I mean, it definitely is with the skins that they've included with that plane and everything like that. Yeah, the plane's just a little nostalgia. So notice I'm taking out some of these side propellers and stuff like that. I wanted to try and get to 40,000 score because I was scared that the ceiling for S rank was 40,000. I don't know actually what it is, but I was just there like, oh my god, what if I did this whole mission with like 39,000 points and I get A rank? So I was just going ballistic here, trying to get some side propellers, anything to get some score. And just like a couple seconds before it ends, I think I just hit the requirement. Let's see, there's like 7 seconds left. I only need 200 points for 40,000, and then one of my missiles hits the sub propeller, and then I breach it, and then I'm just chilling, like fuck all the drones, I don't even care, just fly around. I got some weird missile locks on me just there. They like appeared and disappeared really fast. And that's it. Arsenal Burb is going down. So yeah, guys, I want to make a little announcement, I guess. Other than the one, well, I guess it's related to the pilot stuff anyways. I just wanted to say that I basically can blame Ace Combat on me becoming a pilot in real life. I mean, I've been playing this game my entire life. It started with air combat when I was a little kid, and it just solidified my love for planes and fighter jets in general. And you know, when I was a kid, I skipped a lot of Ace Combat games. My next one was 5. Loved that game. Absolutely loved it. I played some simulators, Heroes of the Pacific, as well. Not that Heroes of the Pacific is a simulator, I'm saying it separately. I just played a bunch of plane games as a kid, honestly, and I think that has like a giant impact on this decision that I've made. So yeah, it's kind of like a thank you to Ace Combat. I guess it's affected my life greatly now. Mission accomplished. 1% damage for the second half of the mission. Not sure if I got, pretty sure I got damage for the first half. Not that it matters, we don't need the no damage bonus this run, as long as Honestly, the 3 aces in the single run really does help you get the score that you need for S rank. So, just try to get them all 3 in the same run. Moment of truth! Go on now. I think what did I walk away from the freaking screen or something? There we go, S rank. Alright. Guys, it's been great. Look at all those freaking targets destroyed. Holy crap, 2 pages. But yeah, guys, enjoy your day. This was mission 12 on the same day that it happens in Ace Combat 7. I really enjoy this mission, so it was fun recording it, fun talking to you guys. I'll update you guys on what happens in my soon-to-be pilot career. And take care. Have a good day. Subscribe if you feel like it. Like the video if you feel like it. Take care, guys. Later.